So now we get to take a little victory lap, Tanner, because you went to the game.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I've already kind of talked about it a lot on the various shows, so I'm gonna kind of give you the floor. What was it like? What was the atmosphere like? How did it? Walk me through it.
Yeah. So, started the day. Have you ever had the sensation when you wake up and you're like, did I sleep or did I just have my eyes closed for like 3 hours? Because I woke up at like 2 a.m. Saturday
Yeah.
morning and I was like, I don't know if I slept. Like, I need that sleep. I need my brain to shut off. And so I was on my phone for like 30 minutes, went back to bed, woke up at 5, got up, took the dog out, showered, grabbed everything we needed, and went over to Chrysler to get to the lot. Met up with Justin and all the guys at Blue by 90 and their
Yeah.
spouses that were helping
Yeah.
us set up. So we were set up at like 6 a.m. I saw someone comment earlier about JT Barrett. He did swing by our tailgate.
Right. I saw that.
That did
That's
happen.
awesome.
Yeah, he was. I wanted to hate him. He was the man. He was so cool. He works for the Lions now, so I was like, hey, I'm a Lions fan. We can we can
Alliance.
level
Yeah.
set on that. Yeah. So, but nah, man, we had a great time. The Ohio State fans were super cool. That we had a couple that came through our tailgate. They were very level headed. Very logical thinkers. So, but yeah, once we got in there, man, it was. I mean, my voice is finally back, but I've had a lot of hot tea and honey the last few days because my voice was gone. And I work in sales. I need to be able to speak to people. So finally got it back a little bit here, but man, that place was jumping from the get-go. We saw the senior day festivities. Mike Sanderson's dad had a giant cutout of Mike Sanderson's head, which was amazing. That also made it to midfield after the game. So Mike Sanderson's dad somewhere down there in the mosh pit of storming the field. But yeah, man, it was amazing. I don't know if you've heard about the Zach Zinner thing with the stadium, but
Yeah.
I can attest to that. It was unbelievable. The Let's Go Zach chants, like it went from we were all down and out to I don't know how it started, but man, that stadium was back to life. That team was back to life. They were back on their feet literally as they got up to go walk over to Zach Zinter. And then we know the next play, 22-yard touchdown for Blake Corum, throws it to 6-5. And I was like, we're winning this game, man. Michigan is winning this game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was awesome. It was one of the best moments. I mean, honestly, outside my wedding, one of the coolest days in my life. Like, I know that's cliche to say that. I don't have any children yet. Having kids will bump that down. But, yeah, outside of my wedding, that was probably my favorite day of all time. I've had some cool accomplishments individually, right? Like, I mean, I've won a high school state championship. Like, it's not that cool, but like, that's a really cool moment. But that was like unbelievable. And I mean, I don't know. I didn't do anything. I just stood there and yelled. It's kind of a weird thing to think about. Like, oh, it's one of my favorite days, but it was just so surreal, man. So yeah, I had a great time. So happy for the Michigan team, the coaches, the program, everybody associated with the Michigan football team, all the fans. Yeah, it was amazing. And all the shit that we've been drugged through over the last month plus, it just feels so good. So I'm really disappointed. I'm not seeing the same icons in the chat that I was for the last few weeks. So I don't know what happened to them, but they didn't want to come take their medicine. That's okay. Because I would have been here win or lose, by the way. I would have been here either way. So
absolutely. Hey, I was hosting the Voice of College Football official main channel post game show for after Mark finished, and I was doing that win or lose. So
yeah,
that could have been a really different experience.
Mark shows up.
Moore,
Marcus showed up the last 3 years.
Yeah,
that's 3. You know what I mean?
3. Yep. Yep. How about a Donovan Edwards halfback pass? How about Alex Orji running on the perimeter and just blowing past the line there, blowing past it? It was I thought he play called and made the decisions to win that game.
Yeah, Sharon Moore was coaching like the coach that wanted to win the game, and Ryan Day coached like Ryan Day, and I think we expected that. And the moment on their second drive, 4th and 1 from the 46-yard line, you punt the ball.
Yeah.
That's who you are. That is
yeah.
who you are. That encapsulates your program. The program that you have taken from Urban Meyer and all the folks, God, all the people that I've seen comment like that they take such offense to saying that Ryan Day was born on third base. When we say Ryan Day was born on third base, all we mean is that he inherited a juggernaut of a football program. And yes, he has won a lot of games there, but he has not been able to take what Urban Meyer did and expand upon that success. Urban Meyer won a national championship. I don't know if Ryan Day is going to get there. I mean, if he has to beat Michigan to get to a national championship, no. If he could backdoor his way in again, maybe. But Ryan Day is Ryan Day, man. And he's going to make those decisions that just make you go. As if you're a Michigan fan, when he brought up the punt team, I was fist pumping. Like, I was stoked.
I was like, is this a fake? Is this going to be a fake?
I was looking for that too. I'm like, how do you not go for it here? Sherrone Moore went for it 3 times in the first half, and they were all the correct decision. Sherrone Moore called a hell of a game. I mean, he did a great job. You know, it wasn't the cleanest game, but it didn't need to be. No. Michigan just needed to make a couple more plays than the Buckeyes, and they did.
Yeah, and I've, this is how many coaches have balanced, I mean, God, probably since the 80s, balanced head coaching duties, offensive coordinator duties, and O-line duties, probably one of the hardest position groups to coach. He's doing all 3. I don't know how you could not give him the Broyles Award. If there was one person who has been the most helpful and productive coordinator you could possibly ask for, how about head coaching 4 games out of the year?
Yeah, I mean, head coaching and play calling, I think a lot of guys do, but head coaching, play calling, and being the offensive line coach, I don't know. I mean, hell, Sam Pittman's an O-line coach and a head coach, and he stinks. So, like, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, there's not many O-line coaches becoming a head coach that I can really think of off the top of my head. You know, like, it's not typically, the most glamorous position. Like, it feels like it's not, that's not where you become a head coach from, the O-line, which kind of backwards to me, right? Like, you win from the trenches, but yeah, Sherrone should certainly win the Broyles Award. He would be the second Michigan offensive coordinator to win it in 3 years, which doesn't it feel like a decade ago that Josh Gaddis won that thing in 2021? Like, hell, it feels like a decade ago to the Penn State game, man. Or it feels like years ago since the Michigan State game, this season. So, but yeah, Sherrone did a hell of a job. He took care of things, and that's what you do when you're giving the keys to a Ferrari, at the end of the day. That's what this is, a tough football team. You would talk about Ryan Day yelling at Lou Holtz. No, this is a tough football team. And we don't have to say it. Michigan's coaches don't have to yell at somebody to get their point across. You watch the film, this is a tough football team, Ryan.
That I gotta say that you painted the picture well. It's always it's like the people with the giant pickup trucks with the LED lights under them, and they've got the ones with like the 90s Toyotas with the motor that makes it sound like a race car. It's like they're compensating for something. Ryan Day felt like he was compensating for something when he said, "We're tough," and it's Ohio against the world, But
yeah, I mean, that's who his program is, man. That's fourth and 2, jet sweep program. So, I don't remember exactly how many, but I know 1 4th and 1 where he said, nope. I know they had a 4th and 2. I'm pretty sure when they kicked that field goal, they let the clock wind down about 30 seconds.
Yep.
Like what do you have to lose?
Yeah, and that guy had made a career long of 50. And they went for 52 yards.
I know he was 3 of 5 beyond 40 in his career. So it's not like he's a very reliable long field goal option. And then Sherrone ices him. He makes the first one. And he hooks the second one. So, yeah, I mean, Sherrone Moore outcoached Ryan Day. He's got more top 10 victories in the last 3 weeks than I believe Ryan Day does as the head coach of Ohio State. So, pretty good weekend for us, John. I don't know about you, but I had a great time. And man, I I miss my Buckeyes, man. They're not in here tonight. I miss them. I don't know where they went.
Yeah. I've been making the rounds and going to some of the
Where are
Buckeye
they at?
territory.
I feel like Mark D'Antonio. Like, where did all the Buckeyes go? All I heard for the last 11 weeks, we were in here talking about UNLV and
Yep.
Same with that Notre Dame fan, man. I don't know where he went. He must have been gone after the third loss. I don't know, but we've been here the whole time, and they've been falling off, man. They've fallen off the bandwagon. I don't know what happened. But I'm sure next season when we get back on, they'll be there. You know they will be.
Yeah. There was. I remember somebody was like 41-10 Rutgers and stuff like that. I mean, it's
one of the first show I ever did with you. One of the comments was like 51-48 ECU, and I'm like, brother, what? Those drugs are illegal, my man. I don't know. I don't know what you got going on, but yeah, there's always some outlandish stuff. So I've learned to just take it with a grain of salt, but I do like to read it and get myself a little riled up, because then I think when I'm riled up, that's when I have my most like funny moments and like the best delivery possible. So yeah, that's why I like to read it, because then I get to be a little mouthy and it's kind of fun.